the textbook review. And so I know that from some time for a few days I'm not uploading videos. Because there is a reason. Now let's move on to our today's video. Now in today's video is gonna be a little unique because in today's video I have some books, and as I do not own these books, so I have those books on Google Play ebooks. Now I'm gonna read the I'm gonna read the first chapters of the books and tell you how is this book. And at the end of the video, there is a special announcement. You should all have to watch it because it's very important. Okay, now without wasting more time, let's begin our video. Okay, as you can see, this is my let me just do the brightness. As you can see, this is my Google Play eBooks library, and here I have 9 books, and some of them are fantasy, some of them are dark fantasy, some paranormal mystery, and I have one horror book. Now the first book is Necromancer Academy. Let me show you. By the way, those of you don't know that what is a necromancer, let me tell you. A necromancer is in ancient times there was a ritual named necromancy. In that ritual, some people would put a soul in the dead ones, and the dead ones would become alive again, but with no emotions. This is called necromancy. Here's the book. This book is called Necromancer Academy. Stones. This book is written by Lindsay R. Locks, and it has 3 more parts. And the name of the 3 more parts, the book 2, Necromancer Unleashed. This is the name of the book 2. Let me tell you the name of the other 2 books. The second book is Necromancer Unleashed, book 3 Necromancer Revealed, and book 4 Necromancer Uprising. Now I have read the first chapter of the book Necromancer Academy. Now first let me tell you the summary of this book. Last spring, Dawn found her old brother dead in a pool of his own blood. His killer stood over him, wearing a smile as sharp and ghastly as his knife. Last summer, she tracked the killer down. He's a student at Necromancer Academy and part of a secret fraternity known as the Diabocles. This fall, Dawn will scrap her admission to the prestigious Fight Academy. She'll trade sparkly healing charms and bright discs for death charms and black cloaks. She'll melt into the shadowy halls of Necromancer Academy, and she will have her revenge. As you can see, this is a story of a girl named Dawn, and one spring she finds her brother in a pool dead with his own blood. And after that, in summer, she tracked the killer of her brother and got to know that the killer was a student at Necromancer Academy and a part of the secret fraternity known as the Diabocles. She's going to the Necromancer Academy to do a ritual so that she can kill the killer and she will take her revenge. I have already read this book's first chapter, and let me tell you in the descriptions, as the description is so interesting, I found that this book will be very interesting, but the book is totally different from the description. I mean a novel. This book is not interesting that much. When I started to read the first chapter, I have just started reading the 14 pages, and I found that from there to the first 14 pages, I found this book interesting. Everything was going fine. Dawn was going into the Necromancer Academy, but the part that I hated about this book is that after the 14th page, book was not fine. Everything was confusing. We don't know that what's happening, and in the first two pages or three also, we aren't introduced to the to Dawn. I mean that not correctly that who she is, where is she going. So well, like in the first two three pages, you'll get confused. But I don't recommend you to read this book, because as this book looks good in the description, this book is not that much good. So well, I suggest you not to read it. And it's my opinion, and moreover, you can see that what you have to do. So well, now let's move on to our next book, which is The Last Necromancer. Okay, I know I have. Yeah, I have three necromancing books. Three or two? No. Well, I have two necromancing books, and so the next is The Last Necromancer. So well, now first let's read its summary. And well, this book has 4.5 reviews, good ratings on. Okay, so well, Victorian London for 5 years. Charlie. Holloway has lived as a boy in the slums, but when one theft too many times get her arrested, her only means of escape lies with with a dead man. Charlie hasn't raised a spirit since the first discovered she could do so 5 years ago. At that time, her father banished her. This time, she brings even more trouble upon herself. People are now hunting Charlie all over London, but only one man succeeds in capturing her. So, well, now Lincoln Fitzroy is the mysterious head of a secret organization on the trail of a madman who needs a necromancer to control his newly made creatures. There was only one known necromancer in the world, Caroline, but now there appears to be two. Lincoln captures with the willful Charlie in the hopes the boy will lead him to a Caroline. But what happens when he discovers the boy is in fact the young woman he's been searching for all day long? All she will agree to work for the man who held her against her will, and for an organization she doesn't trust. Because Lincoln and her ministry might be just as dangerous as the madman they're hunting. Okay, so well now the description means that for 5 years there is a boy in the slums who got arrested once it's some kind of spirit and that kind of problem, and he just summoned the spirit or that kind of problem. After that, 5 years ago, Lincoln Fastra, ahead of the secret organization who needs a necromancer to control his newly made creatures, and there was only one who named Carlet, and Charlie, who was arrested in London, could lead to the girl named Carlet. So now this is a story like love. So like I didn't find the description much interesting, as this things are very told in detail and everything. I mean that there should be any suspense. And this book has nine more parts and such a long series. So well, now I'm gonna read its first chapter, and let's see how's this. And if I and you know our I have just uploaded this new content, and the first book I didn't like, so I don't know how are the other books. So well, now let me read you the first chapter and then I'll give you its review. So well, friends, now as you can see my expression, and yes, I'm truly disappointed with this book, The Last Necromancer by C.J. Arthur. I'm not being a critic, but this book is so much confusing. Like at the first two pages, I thought that like in the books this happens like some complicated English. But as I read the first chapter, well, this book is so disappointing, and I just don't like it. I mean that in the first 5 pages, I just left, and first 5 or 7 pages, I just left reading it because no. So well, now I've just the video has been just started, and we found two books that I'm disappointed with. So well, now let's leave it, and let's move on to our next book. And next book is gotta be, I think, a little interesting because the next book is Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights. As you can see, it also has a game also. And when I search this on YouTube, I found that it also has a game. And I have watched some videos of this game too. I found the game really interesting and horror like from good. And this is a this is a bestseller book. So well, now let's read it. And I know that this book will not disappoint me this time because I have watched so much videos and the game is so good. So like, how's the book? So like, I know this book don't have any more parts, and it has 224 pages and is written by Scott Cathman and Ellie Cooper. So well, now let me read the first chapter and then I'll tell you how is it. Please, this time I'm not gonna get disappointed. Please, book. OMG. So guys, well, now I have read this book from Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Frights. So well, now, like, about this book, as I said, it won't disappoint me this time. This book won't disappoint me, or and either this book is very very good. And I think that I like this book, but as I only have the sample and I have not bought this book, I have only read the sample. So well, in the sample there are only 6 or 7 pages available, but in 6 or 7 pages I covered a chapter. So well, now we are introduced to a boy named Oswald, and like, he's a poor boy. His family has no money left. I mean, they became poor. Um, and also there was some kind of problem in the town, and so his Oswald's best friend Ben left from the town. And like, Oswald became sad, he had no friends, and he just goes to school and nothing happens. But now there was a summer break happening, and so like this, I could only read the summer break, and didn't get to know that what happens after this because like I didn't have the book. But the pages I read was amazing, brilliant. So like, this book was, I think, one of my favorite books of this video. But if I only read it more, I want to read it more. So well, now let's move on to our next book named Truly Deadly. So well, now by this book, I this book looks a little kind of horror, and I think it's horror because I just added it in my library. So well, first came, so like, now here's the summary. First came the heart transplant. Then I activated the list. Now a secret organization wants me dead. It all started with the dreams, the crazy new skills and behaviors, the crush on the one person I can be crushing on. Turns out my donor had a talent for killing, and I inherited far more than his heart. Now on the run, only a dead instincts for the company. Will I survive? Will you? All I know is there will be blood, bullets, and a weird stuff you're not gonna believe. But if you're happy to white knuckle it down and don't mind a few bits of sick in your hair, you might just make it out alive. So, well, will life get back to normal for 16-year-old Lorna Walker? Will she survive long enough to make it to the next page? So, well, now as we can see, this book has so much violence in it because at the end of the book, as you can see, there is a warning written. Warning note here, it's written. Recommended for age 16 plus, contains violence not for the faint hearted. Okay, so well, but I'm gonna read this first chapter. So well, as you can see, now there's a girl named Lorna Walker, and she just created something, and now an organization wants her dead. So well, now this is her volume one, and it's by Rob Aspinall. This book. So well, now here's the first chapter. So well, now I'm gonna read it and tell you how is it. And I so well, now here's I'm gonna read it and then I'll tell you how its first chapter. So friends, now in this video, now let's first talk about our book, Truly Deadly. I tell you that this book is such a good book, and in the other books, other action books, I've never read such an action book. But now I think I would, because in this book, in starting the action happened, which I liked in action movies. But I just my choice is different about action books. So I'm gonna read this action book full on, and its first chapter is some kind of small, and its first chapter is only of 6 pages, and I read it. So I know I'm gonna read this book full, and I think that it's such a good book, and everyone to pass their time they should read it. So now here this was today's video, and in this video I just reviewed 4 or 5 books, and already the video is almost 16 minutes long, and I'm gonna now this video's part 2 will also come, in which I will give the review of the other books. So now before I end this video, I'm gonna tell you the special announcement I have to make, and it's a bad news. I have two newses, a bad news and a good news. First, I'll tell you the bad news. The bad news is that my annual exams are starting, and I'm not gonna upload the videos. I mean that I will not get time to upload the videos, as these are my annual exams. In other exams, the thing was different, but in annual exams, I think I'm not gonna upload. And the good news is, after annual exams, I'll upload on videos. I think weekly or weekly. So but I'll try to make this videos part 2 before my annual exams start. So now that's it for today, guys. Bye. If you like this video, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and also click set the notifications bell to also that you will get all the notifications of my channel. Comment, share, like, subscribe, and that's it for today, guys.